Hi everybody, Princess Alethea Kontis here, author of Hero and Enchanted, and I'm here today to rant to you about the fairy tale Briar Rose. Now, the first thing I have to rant about is the actual name of the fairy tale. Most of you know this fairy tale as Sleeping Beauty, but that's not the actual title. The title of the story is Briar Rose. I have heard so many versions of this story that I actually had to go back to the complete fairy tales as translated by Jack Zipes, my guy, and remind myself exactly what this tale was about. There were no fairies in this tale. There were 13 wise women in the country, and when the king and queen found out that they were going to have a daughter, they invited 12 of them because they only had 12 golden place settings. They did not invite the 13th because they thought she would be offended that she did not have a gold dish. Well, she was offended anyway that she didn't get invited, so she showed up right when, wise woman number 11 was bestowing grace, virtue, adoration, and everything else on this girl. And she said when she's 15, she's going to prick her finger on a spinning needle and die. Wise woman number 12 then goes after the evil wise woman and says instead of dying, she is going to sleep for 100 years. And there you have it. Being good parents, the king and queen tried to hide every spindle in the country from this girl. But of course, she wandered up to an attic one day and saw this old woman and was curious about what she was spinning, and voila! She fell asleep. She fell asleep, and the hedges grew up around the castle, filled with thorns, and they began to call this princess Beautiful Sleeping Briar Rose. No one knows what her actual name really was, but from that moment on, she became known as Briar Rose. Princes throughout the land tried to get into this castle and wake up the sleeping princess, and none of them could, until the 100 years had actually passed. And then one prince, finding out about this, decides to go and try for himself. And what do you know? The hedges flower and bloom and open up for him, and he walks right in and kisses the princess, and then the entire castle wakes up. It's not true love! It just so happened that the 100 years was over! That's it! No fairies! No magic spells! That's it. And yet, I kind of loved this fairy tale. Don't ask me why. What's your favorite fairy tale?